Our first student speaker is Sarah Zelley. Sarah has been a highly regarded student at the Center for Technology Essex for the past 2 years. Mr. Dave Ginter, Sarah's teacher in the Computer Systems Technology program, describes her as a student with an incredibly inquisitive mind, not just in the area of technology, but in the area of life. The one question that permeates Sarah's conscience is why? She is rarely satisfied with the answers she finds in textbooks and really needs to delve deeper. Sarah also possesses great leadership skills that come to her quite naturally. She was elected as the Computer Systems Technology class president and represents the class in Student Council. Her work in Student Council has focused on a fundraising committee and developing a group of students to work to ensure equitable treatment of students of diversity at the center. Please join me in warmly welcoming Sarah Zelley to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Zelley, and I'm a second-year student in the Computer Systems Technology program. I was one of those awkward kids. My preteen years left me with the typical gangly limbs and bad attitude that is the motif of adolescence. Through my sporadic growth spurts and mood swings, it was a struggle to find a place of balance. As a sophomore, I didn't believe I was college-bound. I hadn't excelled in any extracurricular activities, and my grades were below average. I was considered a kid with a lot of potential, but I always seemed to slip through the cracks. In the last few months of my sophomore year, I decided to come check out the Center for Technology as a reprieve from small-town mentality and as a way to avoid college through the Computer Systems Technology program. Coming to CTE was the best decision I ever made. My first day at CTE, and I was already in the guidance office, not to avoid class or because I had caused a ruckus, but because I wanted to be put in a harder English class. I was already in the advanced reading class, and I didn't know what else I could take as a junior. But the student services team was willing to make it work. I was allowed to be the first junior in their Vermont Technical English Composition class. At CTE, I quickly learned that while there are people helping the students strive, there are twice as many working behind the scenes to make it all work. Miss Linda DeLiba is one of those people. Miss DeLiba is a social studies teacher who, in my first year, wanted to revive CTE's student government organization. By mid-year, we were a booming student council of devoted students coming to monthly meetings, and we were able to bring CTE's first guest speaker to talk about drugs and encourage positive choices. In our first year, we sponsored a school spirit week, voter registration, yearbook sales, a mock crash, and a week of anti-drinking and driving scheduled around prom week. The second year schedule was even more ambitious, with committee meetings and meetings with administration. We held election for student council cabinet positions and were able to fundraise and run pet food drives. We had a student appreciation day where we let everyone know that they were appreciated. By the end of this year, we've had 2 guest speakers and have gained respect in the community. While Ms. DeLiba and so many others worked hard to support CTE's student council, students from all of the programs were able to gain leadership and public speaking skills. Students were able to get their voices heard from every place on campus. In addition to student council and the wonderful opportunities during school for leadership, I also took part in the Career Work Experience program, which allows leadership outside of school. My CWE was through the University of Vermont and turned into long-term employment as I continued from my first year to my second year. I was able to work at the UVM Computer Depot Clinic, fixing and repairing computers for students, professors, and faculty. It was exactly the real-world experience that makes CTE unique. As a second year in the CST program, I was the only female, and working at UVM was a good way to get away from all the testosterone. While the computer technical field is primarily male-dominated, my boss at UVM was the exact strong and independent female role model I needed. Carol Cadwell Edmonds gave me the unique perspective of the industry from someone who had to work her way up. Carol and UVM's organized energy was the exact counterpart to the organized chaos that the Computer Systems Technology program is famous for. CST is the embodiment of hands-on learning. CST is a circus of computer parts and circuit boards. In the middle of the mess is Mr. David Ginter. Mr. Ginter is what makes the CST program work as well as it does. Mr. Ginter is an eccentric, humorous, intelligent, genuine, and caring person. And I have come to rely on his feedback as much as anyone else's. It is in Mr. Ginter's trust in myself that has helped me grow. He believed more in me than I believed in myself most days, and he knew I would pick the right way, even if it was the harder option. Mr. Ginter taught me as much about computers as he did about what it means to be a responsible citizen. Throughout the last 2 years, there is no way to describe the trust that the CTE community has put in me. They have allowed me to take extra college classes, including stained glass, Introduction to Environmental Science, and American Sign Language 1 and 2. CTE also allowed an extra day at the University of Vermont as part of my career work experience. When I came to the Center for Technology Essex, I didn't believe I could be here, graduating. I will be attending Brandeis University in the fall for psychology and social work. While the last 2 years have been focused on computers, I learned that when it comes to my future, I need to follow my heart and give back to the community that gave so much to me. I have so many people to thank for helping me get here. The support of the community, my family and friends, and everyone here at CTE. These are the people who have given me both roots and wings. Thank you.